Good morning to a beautiful day in July. It's the weekend and St. Swithin's Day was 2 days ago. The weather was dry. The indication therefore is that we'll have 40 days of dry weather. If you can believe that, you'll believe in God. Anyway, there's something about today because I'm up in Donegal, I'm out in West Donegal. I'm on my own here in my little studio and I'm recording stuff, and I felt that I'd love to do a special day because the weekend podcast was about beauty and what is beautiful in your life, and also how you need to try and fill in the gaps where there wasn't beauty, where there was ugliness or where there was brokenness. Maybe in the relationship with a parent, you need to fill it in. For me, that's one of the uses of religion, because I fill it in with the kind of templates, the mentor deities. They make everything beautiful, no matter how ugly it seems. And they make light everywhere, no matter how dark the day or the night is. Well, last year we started the lockdown and I started this podcast, and I thought, I'll do it as long as the lockdown lasts, and I did that, and now the lockdowns are going on and off and on and off, and I'm still doing it because I feel you're still there, we're still having a bit of an adventure, and in some sense, for me, it's a remarkable day, because it is a blue sky, it is the beginning of summer, and it mirrors perfectly where I was this time last year. We were coming out of lockdown. And I was finishing a book. It's called What is Beautiful in the Sky. And today, just for a kind of little special festival, I'm going to read 1 or 2 sections from it, short little readings. And I'm starting now with the very beginning. There's a note from me at the very beginning, and it says this: "A life is not a straight line, and a memoir is not a historically accurate account of a life. Memoir allows the story to become a lens for other stuff. So there are some events that I keep returning to in various volumes of my memoir, and some stories I present from different angles and in different contexts. Memoir in the end is a creative act, a fiction at the deepest level, wherein the author can reshape biography in different forms, not as chronological history, but as a song of joy to the simple mystery of life. Remembering becomes both an act of love and an act of gratitude. There's also a way of choosing what's beautiful in your memory, like little beads, and lacing them together and making out of them a discovery that you actually are having a beautiful life, a wonderful life." And all that stuff, I think, brings us into the zone of faith. Faith can be like way beyond just being a traditional Christian or Muslim or Hindu or whatever. Now, I'll read you me book, page 1. Today is the day. I was surprised this morning by the heat. We'd been expecting rain. The forecast is for an end to the sunshine. All through the lockdown, my consistent companion in the garden has been the sun. It was so hot that even the water tank dried up, something which hasn't happened in 25 years. But things changed a few days ago. The sky filled with grey clouds, met air and promised rain in the west, and that usually means us in Leitrim. It was as if the blue sky and the bright sun had stayed with us out of solidarity during the lockdown to keep us warm inside and help us cope. So when the sun rose a few hours ago over Slieve and danced in a blue and empty sky and knocked on the big glass window of the bedroom, I felt it was calling me, and I went out barefoot just after 6 a.m. to examine the grass. It's tight enough as it is, but another cut today would crown it, would turn it into a lawn as smart as any golfling's. You can't be too careful with the lawn. When you live in Leitrim, it's vital to cut the grass immediately whenever a blue sky is given. There's nothing worse than saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," and then waking up to find it's pouring cats and dogs. So even this morning, as I rose from sleep and moved lightly across the floor, so as not to waken the beloved, and as I slipped out the patio door, I had a purpose. And I love this moment always. I love this recurring moment when I am alone with only the woodland around me, the cliff and lake and mountain before me. I feel wrapped in a mother's blanket. I'm not religious enough to get up and pray, but the lawn is my rosary and the trees are my beads. I finger one as I walk. I observe my feet on the lawn to see if there is any dampness or if it's sufficiently dry to cut. This walking at first light becomes almost an ecstasy in June, when the day begins at 4:30 a.m. and the divide between humans and all other animal life is at its widest. There are 3 or 4 hours each morning now when the garden is as clean and natural as it might have been had humans never emerged into the light of day. This is the time when the trees around me and the grass beneath my feet feel like a mother's touch. I am awakening in my belonging as the morning breeze kisses my old face. Although if rain comes tomorrow, the midges will return and kiss me too, eat my face, and I saw a green fly on the back of my hand negotiating his way through the hairs. I avoid walking close to the long grasses, the Yorkshire grass that rolls like a faint purple ocean along the ditch. And the buttercup is still about, and the flag irises in the pond are early this year. And a tiny yellow gem with 4 petals that I heard described in Donegal as the Greek cross has taken root near the apple tree. Everywhere on these mornings there are bees, brown bees, bumblebees, and little black bees. They've been feasting for weeks on the dandelion, but now the Albertine roses are opening for them. The foxgloves have grown their steeples, and their purple flutes are wide-open caverns for the bees' delight, and about 20 of them stand together in the shade of the woodland. It would be blasphemous to fire up the lawnmower yet, the big 4-stroke Honda that sits in the green shed, waiting for me. I go down and unlock the shed and ensure that my garden gloves are sitting on the handlebar of the lawnmower where I left them, that there is petrol in the tank and sufficient petrol in the red 5-gallon container, because I usually need about 2 fillings of petrol to finish the entire job. But I don't pull the starting cord because it's too early. Instead, I just walk about, noting how the yellow gorse has just gone over, its flowers fading, but how the broom, almost the same plant to my eye, is bursting with yellow so densely luminous that a painter might reach out to it like a lover. I get lyrical in the mornings. I can't resist the glory of heaven in this ordinary place. And I am here, I am present, and today is the day we have been waiting for. I hope that it's good where you are. That's the end of the reading for now. I hope that the day is really a place of beauty and that you are present in it. And thank you for being here. And I'll be back to you soon. Bye-bye.